Of E-ville Geckos here. Today what we're going to be doing is showing you how easy and simple it is to set up one of these animal plastics racks. They're a really good company to go through, pretty reliable racks. These are the economy racks we're going to be setting up today. It's for adult leopard geckos. This is going to be a 16, this is one of the 16 tub racks. So it holds 15 quart tubs, and we're going to build it today, and we're going to show you the steps and the process. It's really easy, and if you've ever been, wanting to buy a rack but not sure if you can put it together, let me just say, if you can screw in a screw, you can build these racks and put them together. It's super simple. So we're going to go ahead and get right into unboxing these and show you what all it comes with and everything right now, actually. So hold on, we'll wait for the next clip. Alright guys, so we got everything out of the box now. There's a lot of packaging, stuff like that. I'm going to actually getting it out of the box. We weren't going to show you that because we didn't think that really mattered too much, but now we're going to, take off all the cellophane, saran wrap, and show you what all that comes with this. So let me just start cutting into this. My handy dandy knife. I'm just going to be throwing trash this way like that just because. Oh. It's this box that was a little square one, and this one's like really heavy because it's got all these slots or shelves in it. And I always feel bad for the mailman having to carry this up my steps in my house because my steps are pretty steep. There's that. Go ahead and count our shelves here. Alright, so here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 little shelves here, and 2 of these are one's gonna be for the bottom, one's gonna be for the top, obviously. And these are basically your slots or your shelves for holding your tubs up and shit. So heavy. So now we're gonna break into this, and you might be seeing this right here. This is actually the heat tape. We want to be careful when we're cutting or opening this because we don't want to actually nick the heat tape. But a lot of people wonder, well, does it come with heat tape or do I have to buy it myself? Well, usually they come with 3-inch heat tape from what I bought so far. And it's all belly heat, and we'll show you how to pop that in and everything. And that popping in the heat tape is really the hardest part of the whole process, just because it's a little bit difficult because it's riveted in, so you want to like pinch it and like pop it in, but we'll show you that here in a little bit. Let me get this out. There's your heat tape in a little bag. And that's going to be enough for the whole rack right here. Let me see if I can get it out. I don't want it to all unravel at once, or that would be kind of a pain to have laying around the floor because that's a lot of heat tape. But there's your heat tape. That's what it's going to look like for those of you who haven't seen heat tape before. Like I said, if you're into like any kind of reptile, snakes, I'm into leopard geckos, obviously. Racks are a really good buy to get because you'll save a lot of room in your house and a lot of electricity because this little roll is the only thing that's heating your racks instead of having like 300 light bulbs or something like that. Racks are just a good way to go in general. But now that I've got that out, and we've talked about heat tape coming with the rack, no matter what, it always comes with the rack. And it's already connected. You don't have to actually connect it yourself. They've already done all the work of insulating the plugins. And actually, let me show you that. They've already clipped it together and everything, so you don't have to worry about that. And they've got the nice plastic guards on there, so you don't have to worry too much about things catching fire. Well, I'm just sitting here opening this up. I am going to touch base on the fact that we are not going to we're not going to show you the installation of the thermostat. I still got to get my thermostat in for this. It's running a little bit behind. But when I get my thermostat in, we'll actually show you how to install your thermostat properly too. God, some of that is just really on there. Sean versus the rack system. You remember when I said that popping the heat tape is probably the hardest part? Getting your rack together? I was wrong. It's getting all cellophane off. Got some more trash in the trash area. And I believe you all get the point, so we're going to move on to our next part. Alright guys, one thing I forgot when we were undoing everything, it's kind of hidden in there, but they include all the screws that you ever need, plus some extra. I've always found I have probably about 5 or 6 extra screws for some reason. I guess they're just doing that to be nice, in case you lose some, which will happen. And they also come with, for all you guys that are still a little bit nervous about this, instructions written, and they have it, well, I'm holding them upside down. Instructions that are written, and they have pictures, and the first set of pictures is how to put the rack together, and then the last bit is just how to run your heat tape through, which is really a lot simpler than what they make it out to be. So we're going to hop right into it. The first set of instructions reads, we need to take this piece right here, which is, they have it all labeled out, so it's not like you have to worry about you know, what piece goes where, or what are they talking about. This piece is, they always want you to start out with the left side front. And honestly, I built enough of these racks where I could do it off the top of my head without following these instructions, but today we're going to follow the instructions for you guys. So, left side front, and they want you to take any piece that's not labeled the top or the bottom and hook it in. I usually do it right here. And you gotta, there's little grooves, if you can see, I hope you can see, there's little grooves here, and there's a groove in the shelf itself. And you take it, and it'd probably help that if I got my screw out, so I don't put this together. Because the first piece is always the hardest to put on because you don't have anything supporting the other, you know, supporting it. So you're just kind of holding it with your hands. And I want to give a big thank you to my wife for helping me film this today, because there's no way I could build this rack and show you guys all the process in it. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and hop right in. And oh, by the way, this is the only tool you'll need for this entire process after you get everything unpackaged. You saw me using a knife earlier, but that was just to make my life easy. I guess you can just go beast mode and rip it out with your hands if you wanted to, but you just really need this. So we're going to get this lined up. Make sure it fits snugly in there. We're going to get that started. Let me show you guys, see if we can get a little better view for you. There's that. Make sure this is going the right way. And it is. Now, I'm pretty anal about how I set them up, because, you know, these racks are going to be with me for a while, so I'll make sure that I get it in right by just unscrewing the screw a little bit. Oh, there we go. Getting it right in there. Alright, let's make sure that was even and flush, which we're still a little bit. There we go. Now we should be good. Alright, you don't want to do that too often, but alright, so that shelf's together. Now we're going to start with the top, which should kind of keep us weighted down somewhat. And here you see the top. This one, you'll notice, doesn't have this little bar right here, which is the riveting end, which is where you actually put your heat tape. So here's this part right here, and we take it and we connect it right to the top there. And then after you get this one in, it's a lot easier to get everything going. So here's my screws. There's that. It's in there. Got it flush. Flush means even for all you people that have never done any woodworking. Alright, there you go. So basically, now it's a lot simpler, and I'm just going to go down, put shelves down, all the way down until I get to the bottom shelf, and that's the only thing you're going to miss out on me seeing is me just doing a lot of drilling. So we're going to go ahead and cut to the next part, and I'm going to show you the next step. So I'm going to try to take it as step by step as possible, but there's no way I could show you. This YouTube video would be like 30 minutes long if I showed you every single bit, but this is how you get started, and after that you just kind of put shelves down along this way. You don't put another side piece onto the next step. So we're going to go ahead and show you that here in a second. Alright guys, the next step is pretty straightforward. As you can see, we've got all the shelves put on. It's still pretty flimsy right now because there's really nothing holding on to the other side, but we're about to make it a lot more stable with this piece right here, the right side front. And it's going to go up here up top just like the other one did. And I'm going to screw it in. Now I'm going to go ahead and screw in a few for you, but like I said earlier, I'm not going to be able to show you everything I screw in because it's pretty much similar, just one screw in each little slot. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Here you get matched up. You want to make sure that everything's kind of even when you start out, because it's got to all kind of pop in place a little bit. So we're going to try to get most of that done right now. There. This go here. Oh, shit. Well, come on. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and just pop a screw here in the bottom just to keep it level since we got it in its right spot. I'm going to make sure it's right though. Right in that little divot they give you. Okay, here we go. Oh, hey. Alright, so that's in place, kind of. I'm going to grab another screw. I'm going to do every other one because that makes it just a little bit easier to kind of do. The hard part about it is this step is just basically getting the shelves aligned with the divots that they make for you, which is kind of hard. But after you get this on, everything else is a breeze. So just bear with me for a second. Alright, there we go. There is that one. So I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to go ahead and cut it off, and we're going to show you the next step after that. So here's the last one we're going to do for you guys. Here we go. Yeah, see, after you get your first two in, it's a lot easier to get them all lined up, but we're going to go ahead and hop to the next step now, okay? Alright guys, so now we're going to attach, you see I've already rolled the rack over on its side because the next step is putting this on, and that is the right side back. So you just pop it on right here and get it all lined up, which is pretty easy to do at this point. It's super easy. After you get the two side pieces on, it's cake. But before we go any further, I'd like to just say we got our supervisor, Reginald the First here. He's been with us for a long time. He's been building racks. He's a hard worker, and as you can see, he's hard working right now. So, you know, he's just up here, you know, observing, making sure I don't mess this up. You know, it's an important thing I do, building racks. So now we're going to go ahead and put in our We're going to go ahead and put a few screws in. And it would help if I had the screw going the right way. Alright, so that's good and flush. And then we're going to go down. And then like usual, we're not going to show you me screwing in every one of them because this would be the most boring video of all time. So, here we go. Alright, now we're going to show you the next step of the process. Alright guys, so the next step is we've already flipped it over. We're going to do the exact same thing we did on the other side. So we're attaching the left side back to this, like so. And going on. It's getting super easy now just to kind of do this. So I'm going to screw in a few so you can see it, and then I'm going to cut, show you the next step after that. Start with the top. Now, if you guys notice, I'm pressing pretty hard because our drill is kind of crappy, but you know, it's what we have to work with, so that's what we're gonna do. Alrighty. So there's a couple. We're gonna go ahead and jump to the next step now. Alright, so the next thing you gotta do is you gotta put on your back panels, which you can see there's also rooted things. And one thing, if I haven't mentioned it yet, all of these are pre-drilled holes. I'm not just drilling a screw through nothing. So they're all pre-drilled. I think they actually even assemble these before they send them out to you. So they pre-assemble, take them apart, and then send them to you. But anyways, now we're gonna put on our back piece left. And we're on our left. I've already lined up the right side just to make it a little bit easier for me. So sorry if you really had to see that one step, but we're gonna go ahead and put this one on, line it up all nice, and see, everything's really lining up pretty easy at this point. So now you got to, well, one thing about this is not only do you have to screw in the top, you also have to screw in the side. So there's that, you got to screw twice. So I'm gonna hop over to this side and I'm gonna show you just that. All right, so here we got our two panels. And the first thing you want to do is I'm going to start right here on top. And we're going to go ahead and drill this in. And that's in there good. So we drilled that, and then we come in at the side here with another screw. And there you go. And now that's drilled in. Now I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to skip to the next step. So here we go. Once again, we got one here. We screw it in. And like I said, at this point, everything's getting pretty easy to do. So we screw this in. Alright, now we're going to go move on to our next step while I finish doing this. Alright, for our next step, we're going to be installing the toe kick, which basically just goes right here. This is the only step that I really went out of order because I like to have everything like pretty sturdy, and this really doesn't add too much stability to it whenever you're flipping it around and everything. So we're going to go ahead and it goes right in here. Oh, it also has conveniently the Ammo Plastics logo right there. So you probably couldn't see it, but oh well, I tried to show you. So here we go. We just slide it right in here to the divots. There we go. Or routed sections, I guess I should say. Routed sections instead of divots. I keep saying divots, but alright, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and drill a couple of these in, and then, like you already know, we're going to go ahead and skip to the next step. So let me drill one or two of these in, and then we'll go to the next step. see it wiggling? Alright, here we go. Alright, and we're on to the next step. Alright, so we snaked it all through. I think the last clip might have cut off, but you can get the idea of it. Just starts at the bottom and you just snake it all through, and you can see it probably right there, just hanging around. Alright, now this is the tricky part that I was telling you all about. You have to pop the heat tape in. So basically what you're doing is you're pinching it like this, and then you're setting it into the router grooves, and then you pop it right in. Now, Autumn, would you come over here and stand behind the rack so they can see it a little bit better? And if you need, you can probably use this flashlight. Just put it in your mouth. Alright. So here we have our heat tape. And as you can see, we want to start right here at the end, and you just take it like this. You see how I'm holding it like I'm pinching it? And you just take it, and it just pops right in that groove. And now you just got to try to do that with the rest of it. Now some of you can kind of push it down a little bit. There you go. Alright. So now we're moving right along. Now, the reason I say this is kind of difficult is for first-time users. It even says it's difficult whenever you buy this thing, that this is kind of tricky to do. But I've done it enough where I kind of know what I'm doing now and how I can work the heat tape around to get it to bend to my will. So that's basically how you do that. It's pretty simple. I'm going to move it up a little bit. And now you have your heat tape in. You could cover, if you want to get pretty anal, you can cover the heat tape with it's like this metal tape basically, and it covers it up and prevents it helps prevent, like, you know, a fire for one, and two, it helps prevent overheating if your thermostat messes up or something. You should always have a thermostat with heat tape anytime you're using it. But I've got one more clip to show you after I get this all done, and that's just me putting the tubs in. So hope you guys enjoyed this video for the most part. Alright guys, this is the finished product. We got our 15 quart tubs in here. We got our 32 quart tubs here for breeding groups. So that's the end of it. I really hope you guys liked this video. If you found it helpful, like and subscribe, and also link to my page description below, E-ville Geckos, if you haven't already guessed. And that will be my page on Facebook. So if you could, drop by and give me a like. Thanks guys.